just watch this.
They should put this race on that show.
Yeah, for realsies.
Oh yeah, spaghetti's pretty good, Wolfos.
God, you're talking about food. I haven't been able to eat all day.
So Link gets out of bed, he asks Marin for a bowl of spaghetti, and she says no. So he's like, whatever, let's go down to Terran. And he gives a big plate of spaghetti, but Link eats it immediately.
We're sorry, Link, we can't give you any spaghetti. We can't give you any spaghetti. The runners have spilled it down their shirts. It's fine. So, I'm gonna say this is gonna be a bit interesting because normally there's a lot to talk about, but all the tech's already been covered. How are we gonna fill all this space? Oh, I see how. By muting yourself, so I have to do all the talking. God.
Sorry, I'm just still laughing about the spaghetti. So they're at the bottom, you can see they're boiling some water.
These memes are too hot, too spicy, they're boiling the entire ocean. Alright, so anyways, I'm always fond of playing the game, see if you can find the references, so now we're about to commit some crimes, because this game is actually Yakuza. Now it's time to do some money duplication, counterfeiting, and all that jazz.
If there was any money. There's been one rupee dropped so far, 2.
Oh my god. Okay, there we go, Vlad getting some rupee luck. Both of them getting some rupee. Okay. I went there, I thought they were doing imitation of my bank account. Oh my god, Vlad! Oh! Black!
So the game is just saying that it wants Black to win, because it's immediately giving him all the rupees. And actually, Sagaz just got really good RNG.
Arbingy? Arborgy?
RNG.
It's Arborgy. It's RNG that's dedicated to entirely to trees and bushes.
So now, Emperor Palpatine kills them both, because he's, like, worried that Link's gonna ruin the Force, or whatever the hell those movies are about.
I mean, there's something midichlorians don't watch the prequels, kids.
No, Jar Jar's the best part of those.
I mean, absolutely. I figured that was a given. So anyways, they're both done with their shopping. Incidentally, don't try shopping like this. That gets you banned from stores. Yes, I do know. I don't want to tell you the story. I'm not allowed to legally. And now UFO catcher.
Try it in season, though. It will not work. In the Ages and Seasons Zelda games, you can actually try to steal, and the shopkeeper does the same looking, but even if you, like, quote-unquote succeed, he'll look at you and be like, you shouldn't do that.
Well, I mean, I guess at that point they were just trying to make sure you all had important life lessons.
Yeah, you need to have good morals. I mean, it's a good lesson to know that if you steal, you're gonna get killed.
I mean... God, that went real dark for a moment there. I will definitely be curious to see if, actually, no, who am I kidding? We already know what they're going to do as far as... Oh! Sagaz not trying to get that first bomb trigger on the owl this time. This time, instead of Black doing it.
Yeah, Sagaz actually mismenuing and taking the bow there, which costs him a few seconds. Although even worse is that he menued back. He'd rather lose time than waste an arrow here.
Yeah, air count's super tight.
Yeah, especially these guys. Like, for me, when I get to the point where I get my arrow refill, I generally have like 3 or 4 left over. These guys have none left over.
3 or 4?
Yeah, I'm a wussy. Leave me alone. I do rooster skip skip skip.
You mean just get the rooster?
Oh yeah.
He's my only friend.
But these guys, like, they use every arrow they have because every single one can save you time. Whether it be opening a cave, whether it be killing enemies quicker, they make use of them.
Yep, so hopefully you're not going to have any unfortunate misfires, because then they got to wrap those out later. So this is still Dungeon 1. Both of them still doing that spark damage boost there.
Yeah, Dungeon 1's really scary if you take too much damage. There are a lot of enemies that do 1 heart. There's the blade traps, Actually, the Buzzy Beetles do a full heart of damage.
Yeah, they do.
And we, in this category, since we can save and quit, we don't go back down to the floating heart refill. So if you take damage, you're carrying it to the end.
I mean, at that point, you're almost kind of hoping you take too much damage, because then if you wind up with a half heart, you can just fall down the pit and save and quit back to the entrance, which is a little bit slower, but it gives you full health at least. So Vlack might actually opt to... Oh, wait, so no, sorry, he skips the... he doesn't damage boost there. He uses actual good strats, unlike me.
There is a strategy to go through there with your shield, which Sagaz tried to do, but it is really tight. I don't bother. I just do like the complete wussy strats, and I let the traps go back out before I go through. So super jumps. Mm-hmm. Hopefully, if you were catching the previous race, you already know what those are. But for those who didn't, basically we trick the game into thinking that you're going off of a ledge, and it allows us to get over all kinds of stuff that we shouldn't.
Which is, I mean, very useful.
Yep.
Throughout dungeons, even on the overworld. Yep. All right, now it's time. Now it's time for the real jerk face of the dungeon, Moldorm.
Oh, Vlack having a poor fight.
He was having trouble with him earlier as well. Let's see if he can. Oh. Oh man, Sagaz taking a hit. Ooh. Ooh.
You need to do 4 damage, and Spin Slash does 2, so they're both trying to get a quick hit with a spin. But since your sword clanks off of his head, it's really hard to get that hit unless he moves straight up for you.
Yeah, and when he's moving fast, it's surprisingly easy to land on him, and he does, surprise, surprise, a heart of damage. So now we have both of them standing here, obviously not knowing how to hold a cello, but the fact of the matter is they're done with Dungeon 1, and that's what really matters.
Yeah, the cello's not even centered, like, on his head. That's just stupid.
Everyone knows it's how you play a viola, not a cello.
I saw a viola the other day. Cool story, Spice Father.
No, I was about to ask you, why did you see a viola?
A friend of mine is Asian. So he's been playing that instrument since he was a kid. Because, like, all the Asian people I know have been playing instruments. Piano, violin, viola, stuff like that since they were young.
That story was so riveting that it froze Vlack's stream.
Oh, I think Vlack's just splicing really hard.
No, not Vlack. Vlack doesn't need to.
Yeah, Vlack is the current world record holder as of yesterday?
Really recently.
Yeah, yesterday or the day before. Like, incredible running.
And hey, more super jumps.
World record holder at being smart and switching audio.
I mean, I guess. I mean, the cave music isn't exactly that riveting.
Yeah, but the splice music is even worse.
Alright, so, one of the things you gotta collect in 100% are the photographs. If you've never actually played the game and seen the photographs, do yourself a favor, collect them all, then go into the camera shop and look at the album. They're actually pretty great.
Yeah, the photographs are really cool. There are a few where when you collect them, it gives you a little snap of it, but even that's not exactly what's in the photo album. And there's like a lot of cool details in them. And if you're one of the elite few on Earth who has a Game Boy printer, and if you are, then I would love to meet you, you can actually print them onto physical paper. And then you can just go around and show them to all your friends and be the coolest kid on Earth.
Although, let's be honest, if you own a Game Boy printer, you have no friends.
Shots fired. I think Final Flame said he met someone with one once.
But you'll note he said he met someone, not that he has a friend with one. I mean...
This is getting too me IRL for me.
Wait, do you have a Game Boy printer? Have you been lying to me?
No, but I wish I did.
Okay. Uh-oh.
Oh, Cravone has one. That explains some things.
I do not... No, Flame, I don't have a Game Boy printer. I don't even have a Game Boy camera, are you kidding me? Alright, so we're gonna see Black probably come back suddenly and be in D3, it's fine. In the meantime, Dungeon 2... Not much to say about this one.
Except
One of the few cases where,
Except the Sagaz doesn't know how to pick up keys.
Hey, I blame global frame rules, which is honestly a safe thing to blame in this game.
Actually, yeah, the keys... Whenever a key drops from the ceiling, it's every other frame you can pick up instantly when it lands the first time. Which is something I didn't know when I did my tasks. And then after I showed it to people, they're like, yo, why didn't you do this? And I'm like, oh, I'm not smart enough to know that that's a thing. So, we actually have a slideshow from Vlack coming back now. And now an actual stream.
We're in business.
And it looks like he's lost a little bit of time. I'd assume it was from
Bow Wow
being complete.
Yeah.
Sagaz actually had pretty decent RNG, but Bow Wow can just take his sweet-ass time.
I mean, Bow Wow is our best friend. I mean, he's scientifically proven to be friend-shaped, just look at Kirby, and he can even eat cutscenes, but unfortunately only does things when he wants to do them. Not much you can actually do.
Although on that note, I did a Squoob run the other day, and I had forgotten how nice it is to actually have Bow Wow going through the Armos maze. Like, he just eats everything for you.
Really does. Oh, I just realized Black is actually needs to watch his health. Oh, there we go. That helps, but it's surprisingly easy to die in Dungeon 2 if you get hit a lot. Because your health is still pretty low with only 4 hearts at this point. And a lot of things do a full heart of damage.
Yeah, that Buzzy Beetle, if you hadn't dodged that, that would have been a heart.
Alright.
I think the rabbits are also a full heart.
This time, I'm surprised he didn't have to throw that pot through the block while he was pushing it, but it worked out. The Stalfos was very cooperative.
I'm surprised he didn't try to grab that heart while he ran over it.
Oh, alright, looks like it's resyncing. There we go.
I didn't even notice that, to be honest.
Yeah, I guess it was Black's stream actually went offline, so when it came back they had to resync the timers. We're good now. So it's closer than it looks.
So this guy is a butthole, he throws fireballs at you and then you kill him.
I mean...
I guess, fun fact, since we want to throw those out, if you're playing on the European version of this game, I believe it is, you have to throw the bottle against the wall only 2 times, whereas every other version I think it's 3. So what happens is, if you do this quick kill in the European versions, you get 2 heart containers from him.
Wait, what?
Yeah, I guess it like breaks the bottle twice, so it spawns 2 genies. Or something like that. So if you're European and low on hearts, just do a quick kill in European.
Okay, well I learned something new today.
Yeah, there are all kinds of cool things in this game that, like, because we don't do different versions or languages, we don't really get to go into them.
I mean, that doesn't exactly save time, it's just one of those do it, impress your friends, and then probably make the game cry.
Although, I've said that, like, other versions and stuff have things, but I'm struggling to think of anything in the other versions of LADX that we can do that's not in 1.0. But there's so much cool stuff in LA.
Oh god, yes.
That game is so broken.
Well, that was a fun dungeon too, and sightseeing tour to go activate that little dungeon for Warp Point. Now it's time for more Mad Batter. Still gotta make sure you don't say yes when you don't want to say yes, so you're gonna wind up with pockets full of sand and no bombs.
Yeah, I don't want to be a dragon. Well, I mean, you want to be a dragon, but you don't want to be a dragon CO.
That is an important distinction to make.
I think it's a good thing, like, I mean, it sucks that it happened to him, but it sort of says a good thing about everyone in the tournament that there was only one race in the entire tournament where someone accidentally got powder.
Yeah, I mean, Some mistakes are easier to make than others, but you still always hope that nobody makes them.
Yeah, I mean, like, just in general, like, even beyond just these two who are still in the tournament, everybody in the tournament has done an amazing job. There have been a lot of improvements in the route and everybody's skill, and it's been incredible to see Hundo being pushed as it is.
Yeah, the route now compared to the route before the tournament started are actually pretty different.
Yeah, like,
there's been some substantial changes made.
In the past week, there have been more Hundo runs than there were in the year leading up to the tournament.
It feels good. It feels real good.
It feels so good. The route has changed so much.
And it's a very, very fun category. There's so many things here you don't get to see in any of the other categories, like the boomerang, among other things.
My only regret is that we don't get to do the rooster boomerang, because we never get the rooster in this game. But for anyone who doesn't know, if you have the rooster, if you pick up the rooster while your boomerang's out, it'll just hover under you and destroy everything.
Didn't you showcase that in your final race?
Yeah, I think it's called a meme. That's what people are calling it.
Don't they use that word to describe a lot of things you do?
Yeah. Like rooster, skip, skip, skip.
Incidentally, the reason there's 3 skips there is because rooster, skip, skip is something completely different.
Yeah, so rooster skip is what we do. Actually, these guys won't.
You're right.
Rooster skip skip is out of bounds, so we're not allowed to do it. And rooster skip 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 is just not doing rooster skip. But we want to sound smarter, so we put all the skips after it so it sounds good. And it doesn't sound like it loses like 10.
The obvious solution for naming is not what you do. It's the same thing as those Super Metroid folks who call it the full halfy instead of just calling it the fully or whatever the heck. I don't know. I can't pull off that stupid trick. Super Metroid is hard.
Wait, a full halfy? Isn't that just half a fully?
Yeah, I know, but it's still called the full halfy. It's just speedrun naming. You can't see it, but I'm waving my hands in the air.
I'm thinking of you as like that guy, Aliens.
No, not like that. Oh my god, I can't believe you.
I'm trying to think of other tricks in our game that are like really stupidly named, and
most of them.
Hey, what's wrong with dong skip? I worked hard on that one.
That's not what it's. That's a recent development. It's just a donko skip.
Dude, that's over a year old. It was dong skip from its inception.
I've never called it that.
Well, you should. That's what all the cool kids are calling it.
Bold of you to assume that I'm cool.
Oh yeah, Bookshot. Bookshot is such a good one.
That's a good one.
So, the story behind that is that my good pal Phantom Matt of the previous race commentary, he was learning how to do a trick called, I don't know, what the hell do we call it? Like the hook fast, the fast hook shot? I don't know.
Oh, that thing, yeah.
The way it works is that if you use the hook shot and the feather on the same frame, and hook shot is on B, you go really, really fast. But he kept putting hook shot on A, and I'm like, Matt, just remember, it's hook shot. Hook shot goes on B. So now we have this really stupidly named trick.
Alright, now I'm gonna throw this out there. I'm a little bit disappointed that neither of them has picked up a Guardian Acorn yet. Because the last time we got double acorns from Sagaz and an acorn from Black.
Oh, he had 2 acorns?
Yeah, he did.
Oh man.
He was playing with ultimate safety. So yeah, Pegasus shoes. I don't know if we mentioned this. They're actually really good in this game because you don't have to stand still while you're charging them. So we abuse that a lot.
Yeah, not quite as cool as the seeds from Oracles, where you just pop a seed and you're fast for a while. But yeah, you at least get to keep moving.
Yeah, but you never have to recharge your boots. You have to go recharge those seeds though. Also,
for stupid names, Vlack's doing a trick called a Flying Wang, and his stream buffered, so we didn't actually get to see it.
That real name of a trick? I've never heard
Yes, it is.
You're making these up.
Yo, Spearster, back me up, buddy. You're an old boy. It's basically, what we do there is we switch from boots to having feather and sword, and we do a boot jump over the pit, but it also has your sword out because you're like dashing with your sword. So it's the flying wang. See, Carvone backing me up, and he hates me.
Either I've been living a lie or all y'all are gaslighting me, I swear to God.
Hey, you said so yourself. We have the stupidest names.
We do, but it doesn't... You know what? No, never mind. Never mind. Hey, Dungeon 3, got a bell for it. Ding dong. Oh my god, what have I gotten myself into? No, Carvone, it certainly does not.
Am I allowed to call that belt my dingling?
No! Stop! I don't want to be banned from the speed gaming, please. Oh my god.
So Sagaz is gonna try the Xander strat here, and he fails.
So, I'm sitting here thinking. So I know I said before that that we didn't need to talk about the strats because they talked about them in the previous race. Then I actually thought back and I realized, no, they didn't. There's a lot of things that have not been talked about at all, and I feel like I'm just completely doing a terrible job.
Alright, so Vlad got the Xander strat, which I call the Xander strat because I once commented, like, why can't I do this? Even Xander can do it. Because he'd actually practiced and I hadn't.
That just sounds mean.
Yeah, but Xander's mean.
Oh my god. So, I guess the thing I was going to say is that cave, they opened it earlier because menuing is a thing in this game. You only have 2 buttons. These are the dark ages when you didn't have things like shoulders and 4 face buttons. So, you gotta do a lot of switching.
Yeah, at the point they opened it, they were using bomb arrows anyways, so it made sense to do it then. So they don't have to put on their bombs or whatever is going into the cave now. And yeah, Sagaz getting a little present for his birthday. It's, I think there's a baguette in there.
You turn into secret baguettes to get the, I don't know. I was trying to remember what the French word for sword is, but I can't remember.
Épée.
No, that's a specific kind of sword.
I think that's just sword in general. Like, it's also, like, English people use that as the name for the fencing sword. But I think that's just the general French name for sword. See, someone in chat says it. With a lot more accents than I would have expected.
Only need two buttons? No, you only need 1 button. Let's go back to 2600. It's fine. So meanwhile, just like in real life, they gave a honeycomb to a bear for a pineapple.
Yeah, you know those pesky bears and their pineapples. And this is actually, they don't actually need to use this item. There are a couple of things in the trade sequence that they do need to trade. But this is one they just need to get, because it's what allows us to date Marin and let Link leave his life of virginity behind. I'm assuming.
I mean... I just had this moment, I just had this galaxy brain moment where just everything just kind of zoomed around me, like in friggin' A Beautiful Mind, and all the connections are made, and suddenly I understand. Everything that happens during this date sequence is a euphemism. But before that, we have to go fishing in order to wash all these impure thoughts out of my head.
But fishing is stupid, so here's a fun fact. If you use your boots and you bonk into the left tree on the screen below where Sagaz is, you'll get a bomb. Why? I don't know. Because... I don't know. Nintendo.
For the same reason that bonking into the tree near Dungeon 1 you get a seashell. Because there are games that are... Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe the bomb is like a sort of reference to Link to the Past. Because I know there are a number of trees in that game that you can bonk for bombs.
Yes, and in that tree you can also bonk, and game you can also... Oh god, in that tree. This is why I should not be allowed to use a microphone, but...
No, but your voice is like liquid butter.
Which is fine.
But for sound.
And here we have on Sagaz' screen for a moment, we had Link giving Bow a little smoochie.
Yeah, there's a little bit of RNG in that cutscene, but I think they both got okay.
Yeah, honestly, the photos are the reason why we do a handful of things that we would normally skip, even though we have the means to skip them, but we can't because we need the photos. One of them is the whole date thing, and another one is oh my god, my memory is just not working today.
I'm just letting you get there. Because I don't know where
you're just standing back with popcorn, watching me crash and burn.
Oh, I wish I had popcorn.
I wish I had popcorn too. I can't drive my car right now, so I haven't been able to go out and get food today. I'm very hungry.
Aw, baby, you can drive my car.
Bam, 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 bam.
Yeah,
oh my.
Some of the things that, like, we definitely have the means to skip. Like, in our any percent categories, we never even take Bow Wow home. We do need to get him, but we don't need to take him home. And it's used to great effect. Like, he eats all kinds of stuff, including cutscenes. I don't know why, because Nintendo.
But you know one thing we can't skip?
Seagull RNG.
That's right.
Like, in a straight line, oh my goodness. And the one is disappearing, so that's probably increasing his frame rate or something.
I mean, I don't know. All I know is, I'm pretty sure if you actually did a compositing of all the seagulls from every race you had in this tournament, you would not get two that are alike. No siree.
I think you're lying.
I am shocked and insulted you would suggest such a thing.
Come on, there
Meanwhile,
are only like 65,000 possible options for a seagull RNG.
So, meanwhile, Link took Marin down the well, waggles eyebrows. And now he's taking her to the edge of the island, waggles eyebrows. And, I need another emote that can be used to indicate that there is something more to what I am saying.
He's gonna show her a big cock.
Oh.
Statue. The statue right here.
Damn it!
It's called a weathercock. If you look in official game documentation, it refers to the statue as the weathercock.
I know, that's a real thing, but I was not expecting it. That was kind of blunt.
But Taro doesn't want Marin seeing too much of it, so he comes in and blocks the cock.
Literally standing in front of it. A literal block. Okay. Excuse me. So, now it's time for them to go wake the walrus.
Now I'm waggling my eyebrows.
Good.
And hoping they ever invite me back to speed gaming.
We're gonna get a stern lecture, aren't we?
Oh, I hope so. I like lectures.
God.
And Sagaz, for whatever reason, actually double buffered there. I thought he had good subpixel.
Maybe he did, or maybe he just wasn't. I don't know. I guess it's one of those things where if you're unsure of just like blink for a moment, you don't want to take the chance. It's better to do the extra pause buffer than to have to go back to the other screen again.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and fun fact, if you're playing the any percent categories, you'd still have Bow Wow here, and you'd actually have a soft lock potential on doing that. But we have a number of setups to prevent that. Not that it stops some people, Cravone, from doing it in a tournament race, but these things happen.
Oh my god. We need to stop throwing people under the bus like this, or we're never gonna get anywhere. God.
Meanwhile, Cravone giving speed gaming shoutouts. Perfect.
Yeah, no, I mean...
Cravone, I saved you. I deserve to be allowed to bring it up.
That's
last year's tournament, we did Squoob, and everyone was told, you can make a backup save in case you screw this up. What does Cravone do? Not make a save.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Because, like, God forbid Cravone should win that race. I'm trying to remember who it was against, though. I want to say Dragon. Dragon being, like...
Cravone says it was Ulfezo. One thing I do like about 100% though is the fact that you get to see all those heart containers, heart pieces that there's no way you were going to find them as a kid because there's nothing to indicate them. You pretty much had to get a Nintendo Power subscription, or you were just going to finish a few hearts short. It's fine.
Yeah, not to mention, like, we've already seen some of them, but the seashells and trees, like, you're supposed to just go around the entire world, take out your boots, and bonk into trees from the side. Because bonking from the top or bottom does not shake out anything.
Well, I think I seen that the manual actually mentioned about bonking into trees, so I think that was the only indicator you got.
Well, at least that's like a hint. Yeah, I think the only other things you can get from trees are there's one with a bomb, which I mentioned, and there's the one tree right next to the whirlpool to the right of town, which has a fairy in it.
Yeah, the fairy tree is very handy.
Not quite as much in this new route, because, at least for me, when I finish the colored dungeon, I generally have pretty good health. But in the old route, I'd have very low health finishing that, or at least going through that area, so I'd sometimes like the fairy.
Well, to be fair, the colored dungeon gives you 3 fairies.
If you use Boomerang, like a big boy. Which everyone should.
Well, I mean, you get more than 3 fairies if you use the Boomerang.
Oh, yeah, from the bosses. Oh my goodness. I don't
What do you
even
think I was talking about?
Well, I'm thinking ones that are, like, not a time loss to grab.
And that's why your time is better than mine.
Haha! Don't worry, you can always lord over that, like, anything Metroid related. I've already given up on that.
Why?
Because the first room in Fusion, it's like, hey, do 1,000,000 wall jumps, and I say, no.
You don't have to do that! But
JRP said I do. He also said to go right, and then he went left, and I'm confused.
I mean, JRP is really fast, but that doesn't mean everything he says is right. Look, you don't have to. I had like 5 PBs that didn't do that room right. Don't even worry about it.
Maybe I should speedrun, like, Jet Set Radio or something like that. Now let's see what Matt and Node say about that.
They say that you need to understand. Understand.
I know there's, like, something bus skip.
I know that, all I know is that, butt sword. That's all I need to know. And apparently...
Butt sword is one of, several graphical glitches we have in the game, which don't do anything, they don't gain time, they don't lose time. It just looks funny.
What do you mean they don't do anything? They enrich the lives of everyone who experiences them. And now Sagaz setting up for ERS again here. Let's see how it goes for him. Hey, we might actually get to see Vlack do it this time.
No, I hope he falls in. Sagaz, I mean, not Vlack.
I can't believe you would say such a thing. Uh-oh.
Sagaz is the one who made us do this.
Vlack's a little bit far out, so hopefully he doesn't get the magic pixel where he just doesn't move for an eternity.
So he is buffering until he hears a sound cue, but there are frame rules that prevent it from happening sometimes.
Alright, Sagaz gets it. Looks like Black might have it here. Looks good, and... Oh! Okay.
Oh.
Alright.
There.
Alright, so both of them pulling it off, making you think that ERS stands for easiest rooster skip.
Or extra radical stuff. I don't know.
Both
Words are hard, yo.
Yeah.
You guys try to find a thing for a ERS that makes any sense.
Hey, I'll have you know, I thought long and hard about that one.
I only had like 3 seconds of preparation, that's not fair.
Well, then maybe you should think about these things beforehand.
It can't be evil rooster skip, because that's normal rooster skip.
Yeah, normal
especially
and
in
buffered.
Squoob.
Alright, Sagaz the first to make it to the flipper.
Yep, so currently Link is walking around with just a boot on one hand, or on his hand, wow, that's impressive. Boot on one foot, flipper on the other foot, and he has, like, the boot on one hand and flipper on one hand.
He just walks on his hands.
He's like Edward Flipper hands.
Oh my god.
Hey, let's be fair. When you signed up to commentate this race, you knew I was going to be here.
I did. But you see, the thing is, either because I forget or because I guess I blocked it from memory in order to protect myself from mental harm, I always forget what commentating with you is like.
It's the worst.
So, anyway, Anglerfish, this is a boss, debatably.
If you have the hookshot here, you can try to hookshot down, but it won't work. Thanks to Dr. Kravone for figuring that one out.
You pay the ultimate price to do it, though. On black screen, you can see Kravone's skull on the bottom there.
So as we mentioned earlier, like on a serious note, arrow count is very, very tight. And Vlack, I didn't see Sagaz's, but Vlack is completely out right now. And that's exactly where he wants to finish.
Yeah, like ideally you'd have one left over so you can open up the cave on the beach. But I mean, if nothing else, you want to have you want to have 2 arrows for Anglerfish. That's the one thing you really do not want to lose arrows before. Yeah,
like the cave that we opened on the beach. There's a really cool, well, I call it cool, but it's whatever. But a little thing that Elos showed us, and no one had really thought of it before he showed us, and we're like, oh, why are we not doing that? Where you just, when you come in, you buffer a bomb to the left, and it just explodes when you need it to.
Whatever works. So, incidentally, chat better be singing along here.
Oh. I was late.
That was the weakest. Oh.
Oh.
Okay, I need you to take that in the complete other direction. Please.
Oh. I turned it around, so now it's HO instead of OH. Ho ho ho! No, I'm sad.
I knew I should have grabbed something strong to drink before doing this.
You can have some of my whiskey.
Please. Alright, so, unfortunately, Sagaz has made a friend. A ghosty friend. I want to tell you this.
Yeah, Sagaz is unfortunately afraid of ghosts, so.
That is such a quality clip. So, the joke here is, in the graveyard, which we're not going to see, unfortunately, in the graveyard, if you push the graves, sometimes small ghosts pop out. But there is one specific grave where a gigantic ghost pops out. Sagaz found it by accident one day, and he was not prepared for it.
Yeah, he was doing a rando race with some guys, and so they're all just chatting, and then, like, he's talking, and he brushes the grave just barely and spawns a ghost. He's just like, ah! Ah! And, like, rapid French speaking in his scaredness.
Oh, it's a quality. And it's actually become also his his tier 1 sub emote.
So anyway, Sagaz going for another tech skip here. Oh no, he's not.
Oh, I guess not.
Or he was late.
He was trying to because he got it last race. It's a bit tough to get though because if you start doing it too early, you lose about 3 years in buffering, and if you do it too late, well then nothing happens. You just have to do it normally. So yeah. Oh, early magnifying lens looks like Sagaz gets the good pattern.
Oh,
very nice.
Wow, YOLO Sagaz, YOLO Swagaz, even.
Oh, let's not get ahead of ourselves.
So, for that trick that Sagaz just did, there are 3 different spawns for the Zora, and depending on where it is, you can use its projectile or its body to get onto a ledge differently. And most people, like I know I do, Crunchy, you probably do, right?
Do what now?
You buffer things because we're wussies, and we don't want to die.
I buffer middle and bottom. Top, I never was able to figure out the buffer pattern, so that one I just YOLO it.
I just leave the screen on that one.
Now, for some reason, I've kind of got a decent feel for when to do it. So when I YOLO it, I usually get it like maybe 75% of the time.
Yeah, as people are seeing, Sagaz gets that photo just afterwards because Vlack got it on his way back from the mermaid.
Yeah, that one. I don't think there's really any wrong time to do that one because since you have to stop in there to either jump back up or to move forward, it's just whatever you remember. The important thing is not to forget, though.
The wrong time is definitely just before going into the egg.
Yes, I've had to do that one before during a race.
It hurts.
Yeah. Oh, yes.
Oh, how much it hurts when you are going into the egg and you're like, oh, I'll just do a picture check, why don't I? 11 out of 12.
And and at that point you have to start asking yourself, what did I miss? And pray that it's not one of the ones you can miss, like one of the Marin photos or the Richard picture or the ghost. Oh, the ghost picture you have to get, but I mean, there are definitely some photos you can miss permanently, and if you do not want it to be one of those. Another fun thing about the ghost that I don't think we've seen happen in a race yet is the ghost will just talk to you randomly and just tell you things like, I'm sad, take me home. And that can interrupt things. Like, if you're buffering early magnifying lens, he can just pop in between your buffers and ruin it. It's true.
Yeah, he is
a jerk.
An arse.
He is.
Also, fun fact, you can bonk into that monkey and knock him out of his tree. That's really fun to do if you're evil like I am. And it should be required for 100%.
But you don't collect anything aside from a profound sense of sadness.
Okay, but one thing that we really should do for 100% is all of the Marin events. Because while you're dating her, there are the 3 pictures you can get, but there are also a few different like cutscenes you can do. One of which is Trendy Game.
That's a good one. Yeah, she actually picks up the dude with the claw.
And then he's like, oh, no pros allowed. So, Mad Batter again. Let's see if anyone wants to get a powder upgrade.
I mean, I hope not, because the bomb one, if you screw it up and get powder instead of the bombs, you can still make do. But if you screw up this one and get powder instead of arrows, you're kind of boned.
Unless you're a dragon and you make some wicked recovery strat.
Well, the secret there is that Dragon's not actually routing. He's just kind of making it up as he goes.
Yeah, he's just doing a rando, where he knows where most of the items are.
He has transcended the need for traditional routing. So now it's time to take this ghost back to his grave, and the references to other media continue, because now we have a reference to Fatal frame. It turns out that our friend, the mouse photographer, actually has the camera obscura, and he's going to put the ghost exercise him once and for all.
Yeah, before they went into Dungeon 4, the mouse fell off the cliff and died. And then he turned into this ghost. And when you actually get the fisherman photograph, the fisherman dredges up the corpse, confirming the kill. Actually, I think it's just like the body, because the head is left in the anglerfish's room. But then the corpse reanimates itself, gets the head back, and comes out for one last photograph, because he's not ready to die.
What are you even talking about right now?
Oh, I don't know. There's like so much lore about this mouse, and none of it adds up.
I mean, am I going to have the talk with you about the difference between canon and headcanon? Because I'm getting real tired of having this talk.
Okay, the mouse dying on the cliff is definitely canon.
No, it's not.
Oh, it definitely is.
Please, it's not even that long of a drop. You can see the floor right at the bottom of the screen.
Okay, but then how do you explain this ghost when you get the Zora pick?
Because running on a limited color palette.
No, they had the palette loaded. Spearster checked. He's a smart boy and he knows that they messed up. Or it's a ghost.
Alright, no, explain to me then why you can do that photo and then still go get the fisherman photo.
Because it's his corpse. And it's a zombie.
It's swimming around!
It's getting carried by the currents.
That's not how currents work!
Currents go back and forth constantly. Have you ever seen waves? Guys, I'm like exploding.
I'm done talking to you. I'm done talking to you. Meanwhile, we're going to throw dust at a blob.
So, they're just going to use their mushroom one time and it's going to die. Oh, they don't have mushroom? Oh, too bad.
I wish we could use mushroom strats. Can you imagine using that on the friggin' nightmare blob?
You literally can use the mushroom here and kill it instantly. Same with the first phase of the final boss in the egg.
So yeah, I like talking about the thing with the rupee room. Unfortunately, that is one of the things that was talked about last run, so I'm not going to say it again.
These rupees are saved in RAM. I don't know what they said. I didn't watch most of the race because I was making dinner. And then eating dinner.
Oh yeah, and this is a stone Hinox, which is, ironically enough, not actually stronger than regular Hinox.
Yeah, the only difference is, like, he jumps and throws rocks at you.
Well, let's see how Bingo Room goes, which does not... sadly, does not actually contain Bingo. I do like the boomerang strats of this room, though. Sword strat was the common strat before this tournament, and then we're just like, nah, we're gonna use boomerang. It ended up being actually really convenient.
I don't know. Hinox is it Hinox? Is it Hinox? We don't know. But I like calling it Hinox because then we can make Hinox Binox jokes.
Yeah, exactly.
You can't do Hinox Binox.
I mean, you can, but then you're dangerously close to making B-movie jokes.
Well, like, what if he's got like his binoculars?
Well, then you could just easily have binoculars. Easily have binoculars. All right, so let's see. I'm expecting them both to go same color tunic as last time, so let's see. Yep, going for the dual blue.
Yeah, so blue is B for best tunic, which P-Dog was so happy about. Like, in the old route, everybody used red tunic because it was objectively better. And then the new route, it turns out that the blue tunic is actually, unless you get a really, really, really tough trick, the blue tunic is better.
Yeah, so at this point, it's essentially just a matter of preference. Like, a lot of folks who are used to red tunic will keep using red tunic, but plenty of folks just use blue tunic. It gives you a lot of safety, and it makes the Dungeon 5 boss substantially easier.
Oh, sorry, Dark Phoenix, I misspoke. I meant to say P_dog.
There you go.
P-Dog is his evil brother. Our community has such terrible memes.
Community is mean sometimes.
What, for P-Dog?
No, just in general.
Oh, well, yeah. These things happen.
Such is the way of life, I'm afraid. But I am relieved that everyone's been having very good signpost mazes, because signpost mazes are kind of awful if you're having a bad time. It's never just one mistake. It's always just fall down the pit 30 times or misread a sign, lose a minute.
Yeah, like in my experience, you never mess up the signpost maze when you're on a good pace. But when you're on a bad pace, you're a bit nervous and you're like, whatever. Then you accidentally read the sign again and you just tilt hard. You're done.
I don't even have to push anything on the commentator controls. I mean, we're in stereo here.
There's nothing I can do right now. I'm sorry to everybody in chat that we have to listen to this terrible, terrible sequence of sounds, because I can't really call it music.
If you had tried to switch off, I would have switched it back. Don't even try.
I would have switched it to the one that's already playing the same song. There's no escape.
There is no escape.
The only escape is like switching over to, I don't know, Celeste, or whatever the hell else is on speed gaming.
Many things, as it turns out.
I'll
probably rando somewhere.
And give us a different game.
Ah, yes, it's time for the fun detour. There's the Moat heart piece.
Yep, another heart piece where if you don't have the Nintendo Power Guide, you ain't getting it.
It's so far out of the way. This is the only way to get to it. It's not like there's a faster way or anything.
Yeah, you'd think like, oh, there's a bridge going into the castle, I can just jump off of that.
Nope.
Sorry.
Or that you could maybe swim under the bridge that's supposed to be a drawbridge. No.
Nope. This isn't Link to the Past. You can't go underneath bridges.
Yeah. And you can't bomb trigger picking up the heart piece either like you can in the cave near the animal village. I tried. Oh, did I try?
And Sagaz is doing the flippy floppy thing, which is really funny looking. We'll see if Vlack goes for it as well.
He does.
Oh yeah.
What a treat.
So if you go into this cutscene while jumping, it does that to you.
That's alright, it happens. Alright, now let's see how our most amazing Dungeon 6 goes.
Okay, so I have a question now. This is a real question. When did Zoras go from being assholes who shoot fireballs at you to being like the cool guys in Ocarina?
I actually know the lore answer to this one. It's, there's two different kinds of Zoras. It's, Sea Zoras and River Zoras. I can't remember which is which, but one of them are the friendly ones, the other one are the ones that shoot you.
I think we should commit genocide against whichever ones shoot me. Because they're not very friendly.
I mean...
But genocide is totally friendly.
Okay, someone, shout out to Isosol who, letting us know that River Zoras are the ones that shoot you, and Sea Zoras are the ones that are cool. So there we go. Maybe, if all y'all didn't know, you learned yourself some Zelda lore today.
Can anyone else tell me where this game falls in the timeline? Because I can't anymore, because Nintendo changed it.
I mean, at this point the answer is who cares? Because the less I have to think about the official Nintendo Zelda timeline, the better.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever really cared about the timeline. It doesn't really change any of the games.
It used to be fun to talk about, then they released the official one, it stopped being fun. Because at that point, even if you want to try to talk about speculation, then someone's going to pop out of, like, a door, like, out of a tree saying, well, actually, you'll find that it's officially this, at which point I want to just, like, hold up their face to moving subway train. but I can't because I don't live near any subways.
Also, I just want to say, like, what the hell is Vlack doing? It's the only time I've actually seen someone carrying their bow through that maze. And it
I saw
lost time.
I saw that last race. I think it's actually kind of... I don't know if it does, though, because it kills the Marmo Snipe pretty quickly, and it also lets you deal with those two Armos that block you. The one after you get the seashell, and the one on the way out. So you don't have to damage boost off the Zools, you just kind of kill them and go real quick.
Oh, Matt, please no talk of Wand of Gamelon or what's the Thing of Faces. We don't need any P-Dogs here. You may be my boy, but we don't need any of that.
You don't want a Squadala?
I do want a Squadala, but only after you finish cleaning all the floors in Hyrule.
We're not talking about we're off anymore, are we?
What a great punishment, though. Yeah, you kidnapped my daughter, but I'll forgive you if you clean the floors for me.
You don't understand how many floors there are, man. So many floors. Link the Thing of Faces.
That's the Zelda game I want to play.
Why hasn't the mod community done that? Like, shoot.
I mean, like, they make their stupid Link to the Past mods, but no Thing of Faces? Come on.
Yeah, when is Wand of Gamelon randomizer?
When is, like, being able to play Wand of Gamelon without spending, like, $1 billion on a CDI?
Well, here's the fun thing. CDIs are cheap. You know what's expensive? The controllers. I bought
more than I do.
I bought a CDI for $30. Do you know how much a controller costs? Like $100.
Here's the good question. I'm sure it's what everyone's thinking. Why?
There's probably some amount of self-loathing involved, and also just because it's the only console I have that's larger than the original Xbox. That thing is gigantic.
What the hell is Sagaz doing? Why did he get that small key? He's just like, I think he tilted himself. He's like, oops, I opened a chest because I thought it was Rando. Or I thought it was Seasons.
Either he's about to spring something really cool on us. Meanwhile, Vlack gonna show us how he does his skill heads. 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, 5th try. Could use a bit more practice, I think.
I think Sagaz is just gonna like show us that he's better than block skip.
Oh my gosh. Here's my think of your flock clip. Get out of here. Oh, it's an Allo strat, so it looks like showing a little bit of solidarity there.
Okay, so rando story from me. Once upon a time I was doing this dungeon in a rando, and I had a small key and I was trying to do a flock skip, but if you try to do that, you won't get the flock skip, and you won't open the key block because you're holding diagonals. And you'll be stuck there for like a minute being like, what the hell's going on? Why did the game break?
The face Facada's making on Vlack's screen is the same face I'm making after hearing that story.
I think that's the Thing of Faces right there.
It's a thing of something, let me tell you.
Alright, so I think we're just watching a repeat of the last race because Vlack is ahead by like, what, 2 seconds here?
It's really close, yeah. This is, so far the pacing is very similar to last race, but now they're heading into D5. The last time, early hookshot changed the lead again, so let's see what happens this time.
And Pelon BM, no Mother 3 spoilers in this chat, please.
Oh, we got double Owl cutscene skips.
Vlack showing off his mashing skills.
Yes, this is as close as it looks. This is extremely close. I mean, despite the fact we've been banging on about how Vlack is the world record holder, and he is, but these two are really exceptionally good runners. I mean, The best of the best.
No, I have sold. I am father.
It's true, it's right there in his name.
Man, I played Mother 3 before, but that doesn't mean I want spoilers. Especially since it's never been, like, officially localized. So yeah, the culmination of them collecting seashells in this game, they finally got their level 2 sword, and they are about to destroy everything. No, Phoenix, I am father.
Yeah, interestingly, getting the level 2 sword earlier, like now, as opposed to getting it later on, which is what it used to be, is one of the reasons why the red tunic isn't as good anymore, because, well, having level 2 sword offsets a lot of that benefit.
Yeah, Sagaz actually is the one that rerouted the route. Rerouted the route.
Sound it out.
Man, English these days.
We should all just speak French, then we'd also save 30 seconds.
Rerouté le route? Okay, so he rerouted the route to actually get the level 2 sword at this point. Which is a lot earlier than the other route where we get basically the last thing before we go to the egg. So we're actually able to make use of it.
Oh no, Vlack got the key by accident!
Oh
no!
Oh no!
Oh god, did he save and quit?
He did, yeah. Oh no.
Oh no, this could be the end actually.
Okay, Sagaz is luckily failing his thing. By which I mean, like, not really luckily, but I mean lucky for Vlack.
Alright, so let's talk about the importance of what happened here. The thing about early hookshot is you have to grab the key as you're going through the door transition. The danger is if you grab the key before you go through and you actually pick the key up, you can't do early hookshot anymore. You have to do the dungeon normally, and that takes an eternity, because Master Stalfos is a horrible, horrible mechanic.
Uh-oh.
Oh gosh.
Vlack is currently screaming at himself, because he didn't put step on the switch! He is so triggered right now.
Oh my god, no. This is a time loss of multiple minutes. This is actually catastrophic. This might be it right here, and that makes me really sad.
This is it. And Vlack is so mad at himself.
I mean, it's not over until it's over, because things like Aghanim and Hothead still exist, but this is a massive, massive time loss for Vlack.
Yeah, when he had the thing happen, I don't think he had anything on the screen. So if he grabbed it, then that makes it his fault, basically.
Sagaz showing off that you can kill Master Stalfos at earlier encounters, but you won't drop the hookshot, just the key. Also fun-filled music glitches. Actually, that's an interesting point. There was a Guardian Acorn on screen, but I don't know. I don't think that's what caused it to fail. I think he just might have been out of position and grabbed it the second before he hit the transition. But I don't know for sure.
I don't... He failed it the first time, didn't he? And then the second time...
No, that was the first and only time, I think.
Oh, okay. I was trying to, like, watch between the two, so I thought that was the second. Yeah, if there was anything else on the screen, that would have been what made it not work.
Yeah, there was an Acorn. Oh, Acorn was on Sagaz's screen.
Vlack, what are you doing? He was reverting to his muscle memory, thinking that he is doing early hookshot there, but he's actually just going to fight Master Stalfos 4 to get non-early hookshot.
Well, the good news is he's about to get the hookshot normally, so this is not insurmountable, but he's definitely gonna have to work hard to come back from this.
And Sagaz actually just learned that if you kill the first Master Stalfos, you actually have to fight him again for the whatever.
Interesting.
That's new to me as well.
I did not know that. So we are all having a wonderful learning experience through the land of Zelda today, aren't we? Well, maybe a learning experience at the very least. Whether or not it's wonderful is open to interpretation.
So I saw Vlack like going through the Master Stalfos room, and I was like, okay, well he just has to go to the boss now. It'll be okay.
That's right. He's gonna get the key.
Yeah, that was such a huge, huge time loss for him.
Oh no! He doesn't. Hope he doesn't get any fake snakes. All right, he didn't.
Oh. He should have gotten a fake snake just for the memes.
It boggles my mind that some folks think that fake snakes don't exist because they've never seen them, and I've had friggin' wall snake fights where I've gotten 4 and 5 fake snakes, so I don't even know. I don't even know.
So, the more recent versions of the rando actually have boss randomization, and it'll just put a boss into a different boss's room.
Oh, that's just mean.
And the other day I saw someone fighting Slime Eel in Dungeon 4. Underwater.
What?
And they got like 6 fake snakes.
How can you even do that when you can't hookshot up and down?
You can hookshot up and down if you slash your sword first. In that direction.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't know either.
Oh my god. Alright, so Black facing off against Wall Snake here.
Oh, and also just for Carbone's benefit, I'll comment. You can also hookshot up and down if you break your D-pad in half and you press up and down at the same time. Which is not allowed in our runs.
Why would you do that anyway?
Because up-down glitches are the best.
Oh god, Facade in D4 does not sound fun at all. Actually, you know which one doesn't sound fun at all? Wall Snake in D1, because I'm pretty sure that would put him over the put him over the pits on the sides.
Yeah. Actually, Evil Eagle in D4 I think would be the best one.
Oh god. Facade on D7. How would you even drop the bombs on his face?
Anyway, I guess they're heading to D7 now to fight Facade.
Yep. Don't have to do Rooster Skit because they already did it.
Oh, actually, that's a good point from Alpha. If you fight anything other than the Eagle there, it wouldn't actually unlock the door to the instrument, would it?
Oh, that's a good point.
So nobody's going for my awesome hookshot strat there. I'm really quite bummed out.
What's your awesome hookshot strat? I'll bite.
So, there's that room where you use the hookshot to go across normally.
Yeah.
But if you instead, like, drop down, you can do a hookshot jump. And it saves time, for sure, but... when I posted my video, the first reaction was from Spearster just saying, "You're gross." So, I guess that's what everyone thinks about it.
I mean, I guess it would depend on whether or not you can do the hookshot jump unbuffered.
I don't know, I did in one of my runs, like, first try, and it was awesome. And then I had, like, barely a sub 1 hour for Squoob. So I don't know.
Alright, so, it's time for fun with bombs here. Let's see how Sagaz's bomb triggers are going. I don't think I even mentioned it, but you actually have to, you do have to kill that top left Zool in that previous room, otherwise these triggers don't work.
Yeah, also the order of doing them matters.
Yeah.
There have been a lot of people who, like, starting up the game, like, that's always one of the questions, like, why doesn't this work? I'm doing my bomb trigger right. But it's just, you gotta get the kills, you gotta do them in the right order.
Yeah. That's like the very, very first one in the forest, you have to actually kill that top left moblin, and I didn't realize that for the longest time, so I got stuck in the forest going, I'm dropping all the bombs, nothing's happening. Like, did you kill the moblin? You're supposed to do that? They're kind of weird in how they work sometimes, bomb triggers. But then again, there's a lot of things about this game that are weird. That's part of the reason why we love it so much.
Yeah, for example, one really awesome weird thing coming up in this boss fight is the game is really smart and it doesn't actually remove hitboxes entirely, it just puts them off screen. So the eagle flies around being a complete butthole, and basically we just hit him. He flies up to the top of the screen, and the programmers are smart and they're like, okay, we'll just put his hitbox like under the screen. You can't reach that. But as it turns out, if you don't leave the screen and come back, there's no wall preventing you from shooting your hookshot downward. So you can actually hear the hookshot hitting the evil eagle.
But I think the weirdest thing about it is the fact that for some reason it only works if you save and quit. Like I think we've so you can't actually do this strat in no scoob because if you try doing it, the hookshot bounces off the bottom of the screen. It's kind of weird. I don't think we've been able to figure out what exactly causes that bottom of the screen to be impenetrable or not.
Yeah, it's one of the weird mysteries of the game. Like, saving, quitting just for some reason. Even though we do save in the no scoop category, because we steal from the shop when we go back and die. But it's just that save and quit that does it.
Yeah? Oh gosh, Black having some trouble with Goomba Surf here. Oh, they're getting real out of position.
Oh man. This is just so painful to see.
Oh my god. There we go. Oh gosh, that other Goomba there to say hello, though. Oh, let's see if Sagaz is going to grace us with a little bit of Zoomerang action here.
No, it's actually a relatively recent find, and it was Vlack who posted it for us. He did some shenanigans with, like, Jesus jumping and boomerang stuff in the water, and then people found out that you could do this on land too.
It's just a cool trick. You can literally do it on pretty much any screen. Just you have to figure out what direction you want to go in.
Yeah, unfortunately, there's like so few spots where it's actually useful.
Yeah, because it's such an odd angle that it throws you at.
I think apart from right there, the only spot that I'd ever use it was in Dungeon 8. When you're crossing that first lava pit, you can do it there, and I think it's faster.
Alright, now, time to finally get that powder upgrade. Might as well.
And how the boomerang jump works is that if you're dashing with your boots, and you pause, equip boomerang on B, feather on A, and then you buff for the buttons A, B, and whichever direction you're dashing, you'll do the thing. If you're going up and down, you'll jump really quick in that same direction with a bit of a diagonal. If you're going horizontal, you'll go opposite direction because I don't know why.
Yeah, if you watch Black do it here, he starts charging his run to the left, but he's running to the right when he actually hits the pause.
I'm not sure if he's actually dashing right. Oh,
there we go.
He is.
It's one of those things where once you know how to do it, actually doing it is not difficult. It's just a matter of figuring out how to do it in spots where it's useful.
Looks like I was doing a swag bomb arrow there for a super jump.
Might as well.
Yeah, we have so many bombs and arrows in this category, and we don't even know what to do with them at this point.
Just leave them lying around.
Yeah, his last race, I think Sagaz finished with like 12 bombs and like 30-something arrows.
Yeah.
And, not going for a Blano skip for some reason.
I guess maybe because it's banned by out of bounds rules.
Do we have out of bounds rules? Oh.
Yeah.
That's very disappointing.
I'll explain them to you, but it requires like a 4-week correspondence course because it's actually extremely complicated.
Alright, well, I just hope they're not arbitrary or anything like that. See, don't
I mean,
just hate arbitrary rules.
I can neither confirm nor deny.
Yeah, LADX is definitely better than Undertale. You can tell by the fact that left Undertale for us. No one's allowed to talk about Celeste right now.
I do love the fact that you can actually pick up friggin' heart pieces with the boomerang and just Looks so silly.
I think the best part is, like, everywhere that we do it through something.
Yeah.
Like, where the boomerang shouldn't even be hitting.
Yeah, like you're one level below and it works, or you throw it through a rock and it works. Just, it's fine.
But we all know how magical boomerangs are in this game.
Yeah, no, I mean, this is... Oh, no. Sagaz just sending the Roomba on a mission into the wall.
You know, it's funny, I was actually, like, watching some of Carbon's videos earlier, because I wanted to see the El Fezzo one. But I also watched how everyone does that room in D8 everyone hates. So I think Sagaz might be a new addition to that.
Yeah, that's it's a bit of a nuisance room. It's no problem until it is, which is always inevitably when you're on good pace or in a race. So here we go. It's time for Hothead again. Last time both of them had good Hotheads. We'll see what happens this time.
Nice, the guy's getting a 0 cycle, as we call it.
Yeah, that was a really good Hothead fight.
Because counting is good.
I mean... whatever. And showing off the validation trick right there. Holding it for a few extra seconds, just for our benefit.
Yeah, he's holding his wang for as long as he can.
That's inappropriate.
Hey, Sagaz is the one who did it. So he's... Yeah, Sagaz is on his way to the egg now.
Yeah, so there's... no telling what'll happen there. Last time Aghanim was not nice to him at all. Cost him everything. So this time we'll see what happens. This time he has a lot more of a time buffer, but it doesn't mean that's the thing. I don't know if Matt and everyone mentioned it, but the thing about Aghanim in this is, unlike Link to the Past, there is no cap on the number of blue balls he'll give you between the round shots. So you can technically just get infinite blue balls and never finish.
Okay, so I do like what Matt's just said. Sagaz, please pause falling into the room. So, this thing that Matt showed off last week when he did his Squoob run, when you complete the maze inside the egg and you fall down, if you pause the game before you land, there's a chance that the game soft locks. And you are completely boned, and you have to reset your game, like the console entirely, in order to do anything.
I think we've seen that happen in a few other, more than another time, because I know I've seen that one before. And what just happened on the black screen there?
He accidentally hit his, one of the buttons for Gunbate selecting which save state to load.
Alright.
Yeah, we could actually see a new blue ball world record, which would be impressive.
It's what, 22?
I think it's only 17.
Okay. I'm mostly thinking of something else.
I know Carbon's horsehead world record is like 33 fails before succeeding.
Okay.
I think there may have been someone who got 22, but like, they missed a good ball, so it doesn't really count. Pause.
Ooh!
No tech skip.
We get to hear the music! Hopefully he knows the backup for Blob Quick Kill.
But hopefully he misses it. I'm still rooting for Black. He's on my predictions.
I didn't make a predictions, that way that way I could be impartial. So we'll see what happens now. I'm just glad we get to hear this music. It's very, very dynamic, very exciting music for the grand finals. Did we mention this was the grand finals?
Guys, did we mention that's the final match?
Yeah, there are no matches after this one.
Unless it's a grudge match where Vlack is like, oh, shit, let's do one where I don't pick up a key in D5.
Yeah, it's a grudge match. It's LADX, except instead of LADX, it's Brass Knuckles in the parking lot behind the Denny's. Wait, what? Alright, so I think that was that 3?
Yeah. Oh no, Sagaz, what are you doing? Why are you getting good RNG?
Aghanim's saying sorry for last time and giving him 0 blue balls. Dang!
Oh boy.
And Cravone, of course we mentioned the Seagulls.
Who wouldn't mention Seagulls?
Alright, so at this point... Yep, he didn't. He missed the setup for Deathel quick kill, so we're going to get to see classic Deathel here. Normally takes 16 arrows, but with the boomerang, not so much.
Yeah, this is like the best strategy for doing this. When you have the blue tunic, you only take half-hearted damage here, so you just sit in the corner, mash your boomerang until Deathel dies.
1 boomerang to the eyeball is all it takes. Deathel is done. And with that, friends, this long road, this tournament, has come to an end. Our winner today and grand tournament champion, Sagaz. And he is here with us now. Sagaz, congratulations.
Hi, thank you.
Le bonjour et les congratulations.
Oh my god, I can't take you anywhere.
Merci beaucoup, Sagaz.
I was here first. Yeah, congratulations. That was an amazing race.
I don't know what happened to Black, but my run was garbage.
Okay, so you're gonna like hate yourself for winning after I tell you this. Vlack picked up a key, not in D6 like you did, but in Dungeon 5.
Yeah.
I didn't spoil myself. I really wanted to forfeit after my D5, to be honest. And I was like, let's keep going, I don't know, I will lose. And I saw that, no, I didn't lose. Okay.
Yeah, no. It was unfortunate, because you guys were right on top of each other, almost exactly the same as the first race in D5, except that instead of you getting first try, early hookshot, and him getting second try, he grabbed the key, and, well...
Yeah, that's super bad. I feel sorry for him. Really feel sorry for Black. Like, my first run was good. It have a chance to PB, but... yeah, last split. And
Yeah,
this run was bad.
Yeah, I got like the second half of the first race, and that one was incredibly tight from the point I started, which was like middle of D6. Like you guys were like a bit back and forth, but neck and neck the entire time.
Good.
And then you got just screwed by blue balls.
Oh god.
But
It was-
this one,
It was sync going into the egg in the first race. It was that close. But...
Actually, I don't know what to say, and just thanks for...
yeah, it's
For
so
that,
hard to
but,
say anything
yeah.
because you guys both did an incredible job, and it really sucks to see it end in this way where Vlack got just completely screwed by the game.
Sometimes it's, yeah, bad. It's,
But-
yeah, that's something that I said, and like, sometimes this game is not fun, because when you play good and you got bad RNG, you just...
it feels bad.
It feels super bad. Like, when I failed the Goomba Surf on my first race, and after that I got super bad RNG, I just wanted to... I don't know.
Wanted to never
That
play
was
the game.
like, I guess raged.
Yeah.
That Google.
There it is, confirmation. We have the photos. Oh, I will say, if you decide you want to watch the grand finals again, do it with. I recommend doing it with the volume muted, because otherwise you will not want to talk to any of the four of us ever again.
Apparently, I'm terrible to do commentary with.
If you want on-topic relevant commentary, this grand finals is not the way to go.
All right, chat. People who watched both races, tell us who won Was it myself, Spicefather, and Crunchy Lex? Or did Cravone Gaming and Phantom Matt win?
We weren't having a
Oh,
contest.
That's the
okay.
real finals.
Now I understand. Commentary finals.
Matt, you did everything wrong. I don't want to hear it.
I did nothing wrong.
Matt, you did everything wrong by not starting up Dark Souls 2 today.
Ooh.
Okay, I'm sensing a theme where people are saying that Cravone won, but do they know that Cravone is Cravone?
Yeah, the first person to say it was Cravone.
Craven won, for sure.
I like Wolfos's answer. Also, Spirister.
Yeah, I'm lucky you don't get in here because you'll blow out my ears with your screaming.
Please don't do that.
Hey, it's the ghost.
It's
we
the
talked
ghost.
about this guy.
Yeah, we did.
Alright, well anyway, I guess we should wrap this one up. So, congratulations again to Sagaz for your victory. However hollow it may feel. But this tournament this year has been an absolute blast. I had a lot of fun getting into Hundo, and I think a lot of other people did as well. Congratulations to everyone who did a race in the tournament. And thanks to Spirister and Bamboo Shadow for being the real admins, because I didn't do anything. And also thanks to everyone who's commentated in the races. And also thank you to all of the speed gaming staff for enabling me to be stupid on your streams. And I don't know, anyone else?
Thanks for everyone to watching it. I will say we did pretty good job on Hundo. We turned we lowered the world record pretty. We lowered the world record a lot. That's good. And yeah, it was fun.
And I do just want to
Should
kind
have
of
seasons, said Craven. Yeah.
Yeah. For if you want more handheld Zelda action, we're not leaving you high and dry. The Oracle of Seasons tournament is going on right now. In fact, I think the next race is, looking at the schedule, looks to be tomorrow at 1 p.m. on a yet to be determined speed gaming channel.
Yep, there are a couple of really cool runners in that. This one guy, Sagaz, you may have heard of him, and another guy, Vlack, who you may or may not have heard of. They're both in the Seasons tournament. And actually, Sagaz, you just got the world record the other day, didn't you?
No, second place.
Okay, I was misinformed that you had like blown the world record out of the water, but you had like a 1.5 minute PB, didn't you?
Yep.
Yeah.
Pretty nice.
So Sagaz is like gunning for that one as well, so definitely go cheer him on, and Black as well. And also Mighty Mouth, because he's the only other Seasons runner I know.
There is Dragon, CEO, there is a Phenomenon. There is a lot of other people like Mashi, JC, Bamboo, Stainers, and a lot of new runners too.
There are a lot of really cool people running Oracle of Seasons, and they're all in the tournament, and you should watch the tournament because it's really good time.
And the game is pretty fun, actually. I really like running the game. I recommend to watch those races because it's really cool, really cool.
Yes.
All right, then just one final shout out. If anybody's interested in joining the LADX community and speedrunning with us, we have a really excellent Discord server that, if you have any questions about getting into speedrunning, clearing my throat, oh my god. If you have any questions about getting into it, like we have so many people who are super knowledgeable, and they'd be more than happy to teach you whatever you want to know. So, if you want to learn any category, just stop on by, and we're happy to have you.
Yeah, we will answer you.
Alright, so, I guess with that said, I was Spice Father.
I was Crunchylux.
I was Sagaz.
And, thank you for watching, and enjoy the rest of your night.
See you next time, folks.
Goodbye.